Conventional wisdom says that to achieve more, you just need to follow a very simple formula. That formula is your productivity equals the number of hours you work. But that idea is simply wrong. Before I get into that though, I want to make sure we're speaking the same language. So let me first define a couple of terms: effectiveness and productivity. Effectiveness is your ability to produce high quality work in any given moment. It's basically a measure of your creativity and critical thinking ability. Being effective requires that you have a high level of both energy and focus. There's no shortcut to this. You can't fake it or brute force your way to being effective. Productivity, on the other hand, is a measure of how much high quality, high value work you accomplish in a certain period of time. The high value distinction is important because that's what separates true productivity from merely busyness. While it seems logical that you must keep pressing on if you want to get more done, this mode of being always on does not give you the results you think it will. It's very easy to be deceived by constant activity, though. When you work long hours, you usually feel very productive, but the reality is that you're not being nearly as effective as when your energy level was higher. I talk more about that in another video. The deceptive part is that your decline is gradual, so you can't usually gauge how effective you are in the moment. Your body is not designed for continuous output like a machine is. The harder or longer you work, the more recovery time your brain and body need. And yes, while everyone is a little different, this is a physiological reality, meaning you aren't the exception to this rule. There are scores of scientific studies that confirm this fact, and elite performers of any kind, and elite athletes in particular, know and adhere to this principle religiously. If you work long hours for a day or two without giving your body and your brain the ability to recover, your effectiveness will taper off later in the day, but you can still be effective for much of it. However, when that long work day becomes your version of normal, even your baseline, fully rested level of effectiveness will start to degrade pretty quickly. Even if you're only checking email, just thinking about your response or what you need to do about them adds mental and often emotional stress that gradually increases your fatigue, slowly reducing your focus and your motivation. That always-on mentality can lead to burnout, and you eventually start to resent work because you feel like it prevents you from doing the types of things that you enjoy, even when the lack of leisure time is self-induced. There are also significant health consequences from having high levels of stress over long periods of time. Now, you might be thinking, but my work doesn't get me stressed out, so that doesn't really apply to me. I should clarify that I'm referring to stress in the clinical sense here. For many people, the word stress elicits thoughts of fear and anxiety about something out of your control or something that frustrates you, but in the clinical sense, stress simply means something that requires your body or mind to do work. So when you go to the gym, those exercises are putting stress on your muscles. In the same way, when you do work that requires any kind of thinking or decision making, it puts stress on your brain, whether or not you consider the things you're thinking about to be stressful. Your brain automatically responds to that stress by releasing different hormones, like cortisol, into your bloodstream. I'm not going to get into details of body chemistry here, primarily because I'm neither a doctor nor an expert on the matter, but it's important to understand that while these hormones are necessary for your body to function properly and are not inherently bad, long-term exposure to them can be. So, how do you maximize your effectiveness? The irony is that when you make it a priority to schedule rest and recovery activities into your day and make sure you get adequate sleep, you're more able to sustain motivation and focus. When that happens, you're more effective during the times when you are working, which leads to greater impact and higher productivity overall. Your effectiveness also gets a boost because you are likely to laser focus when you are working, knowing that you'll have an opportunity to rest in the near future. The ends of your scheduled work periods also act as convenient deadlines that psychologically motivate you to complete whatever task you are working on before the end of that session. When you start getting a lot of quality work done, you naturally feel good about it, which increases your motivation, and you enjoy your working time more. Then, when you do stop to recharge, it allows you to enjoy that time and truly relax without feeling guilty. Getting that rest, in turn, allows you to be more effective during your next work period. It's a virtuous cycle that leads to increased motivation and effectiveness and therefore increased productivity. I've recently started using this strategy in my life, and so far I've noticed that I am definitely more focused and energized during my work periods. Please leave a comment below this video to let me know what you think or to share your experience using this strategy in your life. I can't wait to hear how it works for you. My goal is to help you overcome your motivation challenges. If you have a specific issue that you would like help with, you can reach out to me directly at rich@TheMotivationMindset.com. I read all my emails, and I'd love to hear from you. If you like this or any of the other videos on this site, please subscribe to my vlog below. Have a great day.